Hi again, Doug here from Xhover FPV, and today we've got our wrap-up slash final thoughts video on this Xhover MXP150. And finished this yesterday and spent some time flying it yesterday and today because that's what my customer in Texas asks of me, and I'm glad to do it, right? So I've got to say I am really happy with this frame. I have in the past, with 130 size and 150, the build can be kind of a pain sometimes because everything is just so crammed in there. And with this frame, it's not that way, in part, this so open in here. You've got standard standoffs, and there's just plenty of room. So with this one, it's pretty much the same as with every acro build. It's a little bit tighter, but it's not a big deal. So we've got PDB, that's flight controller here. We've got a Foxeer 200 milliwatt with pigtail VTX, and then an XSR receiver from FR Sky. Now, the only thing that I did is I moved, because the pigtail was kind of getting in the way of the XSR, I ended up moving let me see the other side, you can probably see it better. I moved the receiver here just a little forward so that there's clearance, but that's really the only adjustment that I had to do with this over a stock one, except for the camera mount. Now, the process that the camera mount that this one comes with, it doesn't come with a camera mount, but they have you mount your stock camera mount to the bottom here, and it's only one place that that you're got any kind of secure mounting position, and it's just I don't prefer that. So what I did is I bought from Pyrodrone. They have these, they're normally the other way around for like the Kebab or the Hyperlight, these 3D printed, and I just modified it and turned it around the other way, and it works out really well for holding this in, and it tucks the camera in really far. Even with this camera, now this is the Foxeer Aero, and even with this one I've had no problem with space, and this has got the 2.5 lens, which is a little bit bigger, and it still works really well. And so, sorry guys, I'm still learning my camera and how it focuses and where it focuses, and it seems to not like focus very well. Could be my lens, but so yeah, F303 is a flight controller. The PDB was, like we said before, it's just a standard Matek. These motors are really, really good. Now, these are from Brother Hobby, and these are the Tornado T1 1407s, and this thing has tons of power. When I've flown smaller ones before, 3-inch prop, they always seemed way underpowered, and they just didn't have any kind of grunt to them. They could get some speed to them, but no grunt. And with these motors have plenty of grunt. So I'm going to be doing a review on these motors here a little bit later and do a thrust test, and so stay tuned for that. But other than that, I went with a short FPV antenna. But other than that, it's just a standard build. It's these ESCs. These are the Spidex ES20s. They're so small. Look how nice they fit in there. And there's plenty of space. Let me see if you can see in there. Plenty of space for wiring, for your wires. You don't have to get so tight into the motor, which is one thing that makes it hard on some of these smaller builds. So I tell you, I'm very pleased with it. It flies amazingly. I didn't have any question that it would. You can kind of really get in some of these tighter spaces if you're flying out in front of your house. Like my shop is at my house, and so that's where I test, is out front, and I have some space, but this thing is just the right size for flying out there. And then if you want to kind of do some bigger indoor flying, like my customer's going to do, because he's in Texas and he's farmer and has a bunch of shops, and so he's going to fly it indoors because they're really big. Well, if you want to kind of dial it down, you can throw a 3S in there and just make it a little more tame and still have a lot of fun. So overall, I would say this is definitely one. If you're going to build a 3-inch frame, look at this one, because for the price, I think it's under $40 for the frame, and you get the good Xhover quality, and this one just went together really well. It flies really well. I was a little concerned, these motors, they have curved magnets, and I mean, they are so, see if you can see, they are so notchy, and sometimes that can be a little harder to tune with really strong magnets like that, especially in kind of the mid-range throttle area. But no problems with this. It's tuned really well, and part of it is these BLHeli ESCs make it that much easier to tune. So hope this helped you guys with what my thoughts were. I'm going to finish up and do a more in-depth video on this Aero camera. I meant to do it on this one, but I got everything tucked in before and then I realized, oh goodness, I was going to do a video. But I will tell you this, the one thing about this Aero camera that is amazing is it has a plug that just comes right off, a little tiny one. You've got an adapter that you plug into it, and you don't have to unplug everything to be able to access all the menuing, and it just steps you through it, and it is so simple. So this is definitely one to keep on your radar if you want OSDs, this Aero camera. So that's it, guys. Again, thank you so much. I just got to say real quick, thank you guys for subscribing. I can't believe I'm already up past 400, and it's because of you guys and just your support. And every time I get an email of a new subscriber, it makes me happy. So if I'm missing something in these, or if I make a mistake, guys, I make mistakes. We all do, right? Please don't feel free to call me on it and say, hey, this is actually the way it is, and if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. But I also have a website. It's xframesfpv.com. That's xframesfpv.com, and you can see some of my past builds and kind of get an idea of what I offer. So hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you get some time to fly.